Critical times for Bitcoin. Massive dumping, liquidations across the board. Can we hold 114,000? Are we going lower? Is 112 getting touched today? Are we going to get that reversal? Find out here on the Crypto Lifer Show every single day, baby. We're going to give it to you exactly how you want it. God bless everybody here on the stream. Thank you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We'll be on in 9 minutes and 41 seconds. Get your coffee, get your water, get yourself situated, because we're about to learn and educate ourselves at a top level. God bless you all. Let's go. I can't wait to see you soon. My goodness, what a Sunday night. They absolutely battered and bashed us to the ground here. It was an incomplete obliteration. Shout out to anyone that shorted the local. If you had shorted Bitcoin every time it made an all-time high, massive gains. Isn't that crazy? That's all you had to do. Every single time it made an all-time high, just open up a short. Massive gains every time. It dumped every single time from that all-time high. It's pretty crazy. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, showing you the back of the command station there, just kind of showing you a deep dive of what it looks like. No. But let's take a look at Bitcoin. We're on BitTinex live right now. We're watching the 5-minute. All right, that's what I want to see for BTC. And right now we got rejected by the 200 moving average of the 5-minute time frame. About 115,700. Not a good look. We're going to have to keep breaking past these 200 moving averages. Right now the 1 minute just did a beautiful double bottom, crossing over the 200 moving average. I'm about to scalp right now. That is my signal. That is my signal. A little away for the 21, but I like it. I like it. That's hot right now. So I'm already going to start setting up a possible long position. It is False Move Monday. You're back. How would you trade False Move Monday? False Move Monday is a lot different when you got liquidated all night last night. That means there's usually, once you get pressed down, there's going to be some volatility today. It's coming our way. So I'm looking for my signal already. I may not get it. The 21's a little far. Could actually get rejected here with a nasty dump. So we'll see. I'm looking for that slanted, inverted head and shoulder to kind of start your mind cooking right off the bat here and get you going. Shout out to all my beautiful lifers and everybody out there. Did you open up your mind today and say thank you to the Lord for everything I've been given? Thank you. I look at my children today. Thank you for my kids. Thank you for our beautiful nanny we have that helps us. My wife was up all night last night. Thank you for all the blessings. And shout out to everybody here. I went and played poker with friends, and I didn't want to leave with a lot of money. I really didn't. But like when you keep winning, are you supposed to lose on purpose just to make people feel good? I don't know. I can't do that either. I'm a winner, man. And I left with $7,000, which is like the most I ever made with friends playing poker, man, in my life. Honestly, I'm not trying to be but this was crazy. 7 racks. I tipped $500. I was a good man. I had a good night, man. God bless everybody that helped me. And shout out to Gary Cardone for inviting me to his beautiful home. The brother of Grant, but Gary's the man, dude. Good dude. I consider him like a close friend, man. I'll tell him he's a confidant. He's a good dude. God bless Gary and his family. And it was just super nice to be able to get out and hang out with people too, man. It really wasn't about the money. It was cool to win some money, but I'd like to go back and lose it back to everybody else, man. I don't really like taking their money. Oh, yeah. Make sure she doesn't I'll put it here, okay? We don't want her to find that. Thank you. You're very smart for doing that. I love you. Find creative ways to always build your kids up. Every little thing, just make them feel good, man. They're so little for so long. They're only little for so long, impressionable. You don't lie to them about stuff, but make them, find ways to make them proud. And man, you're doing great. I love my kids. I love being a father. If you ever get the chance to be a father, the young men out there, greatest thing that'll ever happen to you. You may not realize it now, but it will be the greatest, most fulfilling feeling of your whole life. You'll feel like that old lion in the, the part of the pack there. And, you overlook everything. You make sure everything's okay. And it's, I think that's what men are for. We're supposed to be that old lion. And we feel fulfilled doing that. So for me personally, I want to make sure everyone is safe in my pack, right? So I'm going to go 2 for 6 on this right here. Possible reversal. Got a little far away from the 21-day moving average. Kind of sketchy for me right now, actually. But a beautiful W, which to me really hasn't hit the measured move. Like, I feel like has a leg up there to the upside to go to wreck some shorts. So, again, I'm just trading what I trade every day. I could lose this 7 out of 10 times and still be profitable. Don't you understand? But I probably hit it more than I don't. So we'll see. But there's my first scalp of the day here Monday morning. Get it in. And you'd be like, but you didn't sleep, Sam. You were up till 3 in the morning. What are you doing? You're over trading on the 1 minute. I'd say, no, I'm not. I have a system. And if the system says go, it's go. It's just like a bot. I've got a bot in my head and the bot tells me what to do. I don't like the fact that I didn't wait for the 21 to cross the 200. That's a little high risk there. I may honestly lose immediately because of this, but we'll see. The other day, I lost 2 trades just like this, right? 200, and then I came back on the third one, and I ripped it for about 1,000, so I made all my money back. So we'll see. we will see. I sold that trade for, I think it was about 13 when it was all said and done. So anyway, let's break down BTC on the bigger picture. Last night, we finally made the inverted head and shoulder. We got above the 200 moving average, and boom, we did get the move. Then we lost it. Now we're toying with the 200 again here on the 1 minute time frame. And you say the 1 minute, it's treachery. Stay away from it. That's what your mentors say. People will say. The 1 minute will teach you everything you need to know about the rest of the market. The 1 minute will show you what the weekly will do. The 1 minute is a microcosm of every other time frame. It's all the same. That's what people don't realize. Like, you could generate lessons from each time frame and translate them back in through each other. And then you can also do that from asset to asset. I can show you Volvo on the 4 hour. Watch this. I'm going to blow your mind. I shouldn't do this. I'm giving away my secrets of life. Like, it's kind of sad. But you know what I always say? I don't know how long I'm going to be here. And I don't know how long I'm going to be able to teach. And if I'm a true teacher teaches at every moment he can. Because he never knows when his last day will be. And I want to be remembered as a teacher. Number one. Fine, I made the money. Fine, I was the dude. Fine, I was the lifer. That's great. But it was because I put teaching first, everyone. You have to understand the reason why my channel's going well, people love me, we're going around the world, and we're doing what we do. And when the companies that we work with love working with the Crypto Lifer brand is because we put teaching first, we put the community first, selfless, constantly up at 3 a.m., back at 9 a.m., no BS. I'm not going to play that game with you. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you so much. Life is strong. Nobody can stop the movement. We are going to bulldoze through the rest of the world. It's going to happen. It is what it is. So does Volvo have a stock? I've never seen Volvo stock. Does BMW have a stock? It has to, right? Can you buy BMW? I just want to show you. Let's say, is Wonder Bread a stock? I'm trying to think. Costco's is a stock, right? Yeah. I'm going to show you Costco's on the 4 hour time frame. I'm going to show you how you could trade basically any, so look, when the 4 hour got back above the 200 moving average right here, it exploded. Look what it made the flag above the 200. Beautiful, right? With the measured move. Tight moving averages at the high volume node. Like, this stuff is classic that I'm teaching you. You could do it on any time frame. You could do it on any asset. The stochastics are low. MACD. Come to class. I teach this class to thousands of people now across the world. Everyone who's come to class has been blown away. $150 for 3 hours of my time. It's a 3 hour, 1 hour session if you sit with me ever again after that. So it's just like you're going to get blessed. That's the cheapest you'll ever sit face to face with someone with that much information. I'm telling you right now in the technical analysis space. And I firmly believe that. And you guys have seen it. 1,700 shows, no days off, constantly pounding the pavement. You're going to become efficient at something if you never stop doing it. You're going to see things other people can't see. Look, I trade every flag like you see me. Look, there's the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. You see it? You're going to start seeing, look, there's the Sammy Cup and Handy that explodes. Back to the 200 moving average, right? Where I would have longed, like I was long in Bitcoin this last few weeks. But they trumped it. They closed the candle below it. Here, they got the pump. And so you could have taken this, and then you can go to Kellogg on the weekly, right? Or General Mills, right? They got to be on there. We'll do General Motors. We'll go to like the daily, right? You'll see all the same exact. Look, we got above the 200 moving average. Boom. We came to the 21 day in a flag. Boom. Stochastics were low. MACD was turning. You were at right above a high volume node and kind of coming right into one. You gap through. See? It's the same sauce over and over again. Anyway, let's break down BTC. Let's have some fun. And let's get out of our heads for a second and realize that if you're still alive, hey, maybe you got liquidated, but you're here to learn. Number one, that means you're ready to rock. Who knows what happened to you last night or is still happening as we speak. But as long as you have a mindset that you can get out of any situation because you're the opportunity, you're going to be fine. If you get into your head and start telling yourself you suck and you can't do this, then you're going to struggle because your mind's not going to be your best friend. You got to turn your mind into your best friend. I've been through so much hell, and I've chewed my brain up and told myself I sucked and all that negative self-talk for, I did it, everybody. I really did. I'm not going to lie. And it hurt. And I sat in that room with the door closed, and I didn't talk to people, and I isolated, and I turned to drugs, and I drank alone, and I smoked alone, and I stayed alone with my thoughts. And, you don't want to go there and isolate. And if you're isolated right now, at least let this stream be a place to kind of let you out, and then go outside, walk to a park, start talking to people, break out, and make a change. I think working out is the best way to make a change. You'll start sweating. You'll look at yourself differently. Your mind will change. You don't think it's going to change you because you're like, I haven't done it. I really haven't been working out, guys, or girl. And I know I should be doing it. But once you start, endorphins will change in your brain. You'll see yourself differently. You'll have more confidence, and even just a little bit. And Jim Rohn, my mentor, he taught me to start things small, one step at a time. So if, say, you want to wake up early, you're not a morning person, and if you woke up just a half an hour early, you'd see so much. So what do? You just decide to tomorrow, I'm going to wake up 10 minutes early or 5 minutes. And you say, for the next week, I'm going to do 5 minutes earlier than normal. And once you can handle that, a week or two goes by, then you make it 10 minutes. Then you make it 15. Maybe a month from then or 2 months later, you're waking up a half an hour early as you suggested. But you don't have to just all of a sudden one day say, I'm going to do this. And when you don't do it, get depressed, decide that you didn't do it, and get all in your head. You know what I mean? A lot of people do that, and they turn kind of their goals into another way to get pissed about themselves. I did it. It was a cycle. I was ready to yell at myself. Anyway, here we are on Bitcoin. If you're doing that, it's going to affect your trading. So I'm bringing it up because even though we're here to go over Bitcoin, you got to see what could happen. All right. Nice little short squeeze here for Bitcoin back to the upside. And we're getting the trade. Sammy's up $300 in front of you. How does he do it? He's the magic man. I'll tell you what. He's the magic man. And actually, I'd like to have taken that had I seen that. And I could keep my stop right there too, though. I'm going to raise it, though, very close to the 200 moving average. And I'm going to shave my risk to $100. Beautiful pump to the upside. I called it on the W. Said the measured move was right there to about 115,460 on the trade. Now we're back up 300 on the move. Shout out to anyone that took the live call with the lifer. And bang, we're just right back at it like we always are. I want to take these profits. I want to take fast profits on a Monday. Come on, baby, come on. We're getting really far away from the 21-day moving average, telling me it's a bit unsustainable of a pump here. But what a nice reversal back to the upside. And I'm destined to take at least $300 out this trade now. 311 is on the call. And I just made $311 in 4 or 5 minutes. Unbelievable, right? Carefree, just did it. And now it's not about me and my trade. It's about you and your analysis. Let's get back to the weekly, okay? Let's get back to the weekly and show you what matters. Or do you want to watch the live trade? Which one do you want to see? I don't know. Do you want to see the live trade? Do you want to see the weekly? Sammy does it again with the monster pump, 383. We may be able to take almost $400 to $500 out of this trade. Unsustainable. I sell into these monster green candles. Another monster candle. We're bringing it up 377. This is manual trading. I'm moving the stop loss on my own. I love doing it. It's so much fun. 115,469 for Bitcoin on the pump. Did anybody make a live trade with the lifer? We just got taken out. We made the gains. That's how you do it. And I'm feeling it. When I have no sleep, I tend to trade unbelievably well. It's the strangest thing. You'd think I would trade bad, but I just do what I'm supposed to do. I bought the candle above the 1 minute 200 moving average. The cool thing is I can school you on this yet again. The 3 minute broke above the 200 with the 21 in conjunction here. So I could do one of two things. I could be extra risky, and I could trade the 3 minute and look for the 3 minute to flag out here above the 200 moving average. Feeling loose right now. So I'm just, sorry. I know I can't be doing that. The lack of sleep has me in a strange place. I'm a bit off. Anyway, can't even get the buttons right over here. I'm so out of it. Who cares? I just made gains and I'm drunk in my sleep. No, drunken gains, baby. Shout out to everybody. How does he do it every time? The haters are in shambles. Oh, every time. They want to say, oh, he sucks. He does this. He does that. But I make gains in front of you almost every single day, baby. We lose sometimes. Of course you see me lose. And I tell you, hey, don't call me a genius when I win. Don't call me a loser when I lose. It's just a piece of my data set. That was just another trade, baby. Mark Douglas, trading in the zone. Are you in the zone? Are you trading in the zone? The lifer can get you trading in the zone. I can get you locked in. You can see it clearly for once in your life. Bang, bang, bang. Look, I sold a local top. Paid the trader. I rolled the wave away from the 21-day moving average. It's unsustainable. When you get away from the 21, the white line, you have to start to think of taking profits. That was a nasty short squeeze. I just took what was mine on a false move Monday. In and out like bang, bang. Like Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat. Wow! You know what I'm saying? I Liu Kang'd it. Straight up. Let's go, Raiden. Shout out to all my MK peoples. I got an old arcade, Mortal Kombat arcade. Thing was sick. And I was playing Mortal Kombat all summer in the basement with my kids, man. My daughter got good at it. She was like, I'm going to knock the blood out of you. I don't know if that's good or not, but hey, she got good at Mortal Kombat. She was whooping me, man. Anyway, Bitcoin, we're looking for a flag. We're looking for it to kind of hang out here now and hang above the 200 moving average. Couple things you can look at. You can look at this. You can look at that. You can look at this, and you can look at that. You can look at this. I'm on one today because I haven't slept, so I'm probably going to be in a different state here. You're seeing me in some type of alpha state. Anyway. What? That's legit. You're amazing, Sam. Get it, brother. God bless. You have the skills. I love watching you win every day. I'm blessed to be here to watch the wins. Makes me happy inside. I'm in the right place. God bless J Soul 84 in the house. God bless you, man. Thank you so much, man, for always believing in me. I really appreciate it. I'm telling you, we got to 100K, but they took it back. When I get to the real 100K, I'm scheduling Burn Steakhouse. I'm sure it's only 10 or 20 minutes from you. And we're going to dinner, man. And I can't wait to sit with you and talk with you and have a blast, bro. I think about it all the time. I know you think I'm a weirdo, but I just want to, I don't know, man. God bless you, brother. So let's take a look at what's happening here to Bitcoin on the weekly, and then we're going to zoom on in again, you know. So the weekly, you know, what I said to everyone still stands today. As long as we stay above this support here, I'm pretty good, right? 114.2. And, you know, as long as we stay above these lows here, which is 100,000, if we break these lows, then I'm going to, you know, and are we ready for a massive dumpage to the downside? With rate cuts coming, and it seems like all this free money is going into risk-on assets, but honestly, like, they always paint a narrative, and they start drawing it and wanting you to read it, and I just can't. Many times I've read the narrative, like, you have one mind, okay? And you have a place to have hyper-focus inside the brain. And you can hyper-focus here into the charts. Or you can hyper-focus here into Twitter and X and all the stuff you're reading and all the people you're watching and how much of this is taken over how much of that. And I'll tell you what, man, as a beginner to this game, when I started, I would learn this, but so much of this would cut into it. Probably it was more like 60% this. It started maybe even 90-10, right? Now it's the other way around. Now it's like 90-10 or even like a 99 and then 0.01, you know? Like, I just don't let this stuff in anymore. Too many times this stuff took me away from the chart. So like everyone told me it was up only, and then like I couldn't see that there was a head and shoulder possibly coming because my emotions, and then even when I saw it, I would just like, almost like, it's real strange, like make a separate personality. It's almost like split personality disorder. Like, my one personality knows the charts well, but my other gambling, you know, degenerate personality wants to do what it wants. So it's going to tell the logical part of my brain that can see the charts that it's just going to do what it wants. Has anyone been there before? Kind of scary? I've been there. Like, I kind of want to admit it now. I don't do it anymore. I promise you on my life that person is gone. So if you do have that person, it can leave. And maybe I don't know, talking about demons that no one else has, and I'm exposed right now. But that's who I was as a trader. It's like I refused to listen to the logic. Until I lost enough or it didn't make sense enough, or even if I didn't lose enough, it was just frustrating to the point where I said, I got to learn technical analysis. So if I don't learn technical analysis, I'm going to struggle for the rest of my life, right? It is cognitive dissonance, 100%. Thank you for someone else raising their hand, not making me feel like a weirdo. Appreciate you. At least someone else, like, self-sabotages, puts ourselves in these strange positions. Other people learn the TA and do a lot. I saw other people, like the beginners, and they're like, wow, this person's not like me. Like, they're not mental. Like, it took me to lose and get battered and learn. Like, I had to learn such a hard way. My brain had to learn the pathways so much harder, I think, than other people should have to learn. It shouldn't be that hard. Like, it could be hard, but it shouldn't be that hard. Sam, can you sometimes make screenshots of your chart scribbles, sign it, and sell it? Some of us would love to frame it. That's crazy, Steven. Thank you. I appreciate you. I haven't had a lack of sleep, so that kind of stuff is going to really get to my heart, man. Thank you. That's very nice. Someone asked for, like, I don't know. I'm just blown away, man. Thank you. I'm humbled by that. I don't even know what to say. Anyway, moving on. Let's take a look at the 5-day chart. 5-day chart in a bearish engulfing candle. Just sad. It's like what they did to me is a fake out breakout. Like, they faked it out, made us think they were going to rip it, and they put us, that's a bull trap right there, right? Bull trap. Luckily, we didn't go for it. We sold the local top. I sold 124.5 that night because why? I sell when I'm away from the 21-day moving average. I know when we're extended and I'm in a big trade, and I knew it was time to take profits. Look, Saturday morning, was it right? Or Sunday morning, I sold Ethereum in front of everybody. That was that local top. I took that profit, and what a beautiful trade that was. So, hey, don't blame me. And then the Bitcoin trade I was in got stopped out of break even, which I showed you. I put my stop loss to break even. So it's like, and I tell my students, like 90% of the time, I'm reminding them, I'm even showing them, I'm like, I just moved my stop to break even. Right? Lemon in the water is bearish these days. Is Polkadot still good? Please check the chart. You're not actually trading the markets, you're trading yourselves. The market's all the mirror. 100%, Craig. He's 100% right. Spot on there with that assessment. So 5-day chart, bearish engulfing candle, closes tonight. It would be amazing if somehow we wick back up and it doesn't engulf. But I don't know. That looks pretty sketchy to me. 3-day chart bouncing off the 21. It's like last chance for Charlie here. This is it. And I just made that up. I don't know why, but it sounded cool. So could we get a move further up? I mean, resistance at 123,450. We got resistance here at about 119.8. We got to bounce a little bit of support where this candle put, on the 3-day there at 115,000. But you can see you lose 115. It's 113.3 and then a swift move down back to that 109, that old 109 area that we battled for, from May 19th all the way to July. Look, for 2 months, we battled 109. It was a battle it was insane. Getting above 109 was huge. And then when we came back to 111 and didn't have to test 109, that's when the market, to me, started to show some bullish health. Like, it was really bullish. Things started to go our way. Sorry, I was too far for the sensitive SMB 7. I'll get the new one soon. And we'll ship this one to the summer house for the summer. So can we take a look at the daily time frame now? Yes, we may. And I like to take my time with this. I hope you do too. I think you do because people love the show. So we're getting to the lower stochastic area where we could bend. We're cutting a higher low. Is there any type of bullishness that we could see? I mean, it looks like a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, don't it? It looks like a backwards Adam and Eve. There's your Adam. There's your Eve. And these are bearish, right? To definitely break down. I mean, we're talking back to this high volume node right there sitting at 105,000 and then all this chunk at 109. So like, I mean, 100, somewhere between 105 and 109. See this area? It just looks like we may definitely, and I pulled a fib from this fib to this fib. This is a wick to wick situation here. And it tells me the same situation, 107.2, 106, and the 786 to 103.6 too. So like this whole area is game for me. Tons of liquidity. Gap in the VRVP. You're below the point of control right now. I got to tell you, like, being below this red line with a big gap down here tells me there's definitely a pretty swift move down to 109. We take a look at BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP shows us where liquidity is actually, like, so we don't have to imagine this stuff, all right? We can just see it for what it is in real life. And so, like, right now, there's a bunch of liquidations on longs at 113.9. And not a lot up there at 116. If we had to go somewhere, it says this is the most liquidity right now is 114.65. And I feel like 115.5 was psychological support or resistance and losing that too. So I'm seeing some more bearishness than bullishness at the present moment. Like you're saying, but you just long scalp. I do that whenever for whatever. Like even if the day is, this could be the most bearish day ever. I can take, look, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles in the 1 minute that I turned into to gains, right? It's just about having a positive mindset and believing that you can go in the market and administer your plan and get out. That's it. If you believe in that, then you can do it. Master Friend does it his way. I do it my way. We both, and it's similar in many ways. I salute him for sticking to the plan over and over again. There's no other way. You either have a system and you game it or you get out of this market. And the hardest thing is finding that system because it takes serious discipline, care, love. You have to want it really bad. You have to care about it so much more than everybody else because you have to really, really want to develop that system. That's not going to come easy. As a trader, I don't care what you're doing, Forex to the NASDAQ to Bitcoin. Okay? And that comes with time. First, you have to understand the lingo. Overbought, oversold, support or resistance, right? Moving averages, stochastics, RSI, momentum indicators, money flow if you want. Whatever you use, money flow is stochastics, RSI. When there's heavy momentum low, it's telling you the money, you know what I mean? And if you look at it on the weekly, they're pretty much similar things, You could say, no, there's somewhat different parameters. VWAP, volume weighted average price, right? Moves with money flow, changes with the volume, similar to a moving average. All right. If you use it every day and you wait for yours to cross it or go near it or bounce off of it, you'll see it moves very similar to a 200 moving average. So if you use VWAPs, you're just basically using moving averages similar to me. You're just using a line that has more substantial averages over time that gives you a high probability of a bounce, right? Bang. That's what VWAP, so anyway, no matter what in Fibonacci, you're going to come back down to a key level in the VRVP, a fair value gap if you're trading ICT. ICT thinks he's amazing. He is. Michael's an amazing guy. He's a beautiful community. I don't say anything bad about other traders. I think it's awesome that anyone supports trading. Anyone that pushes trading inherently helps me. I help anyone that pushes trading because I talk about trading. So we're all in it together. We're in a big industry. Like the car industry, you could say they're competing, but they're also an industry. If there's more car commercials on than another type of industry, the car industry wins as a whole, right? So if more car companies are doing well and they put on more commercials during the Super Bowl and it's like, wow, there was more car commercials than there was, pharmaceuticals this year or whatever it was, right? My point is together you can become a bigger portion of the larger market. The larger market is everybody, right? What I mean is sports. A kid's going to buy a sports hat tonight or tomorrow. Is he going to buy a baseball hat, an NFL hat, If he can only afford one, which one is it? No, most likely it's the baseball hat. It represents your city. New Era did a really good job. Like you're from Detroit, you got to get the D. You're from Boston, you got to get the B. From New York, you got to get the A. Even if you're not even they did a good job there, right? So more likely, the point is there's always going to be market share. And it's good when everybody supports each other over time. So the thing is, all these systems that I've watched people use all overlap. And I don't know if I'm the only one that sees it like Rain Man, or if it just, I think, you get so deep in your own system and you're a human that you think yours is the best, which I'll be open to minded. Maybe I'm guilty of that too, right? I am a human. I have many faults, and I know that. That's what makes me human, right? So let's get back into the analysis. So this is it definitely looks somewhat like an Adam and Eve double bottom. You got a FVG right here too, if you want to really break it down. There's a gap right there, a fair value gap. You have this wick that came, that wick that did. They never met, and you got a space inside this candle. We'll also take a look at the CME and how it moved this weekend. There might be a gap above us now. Right, which everyone likes to talk about the gaps below us, but there would be a gap above us, wouldn't we? We dumped in the morning, so there should be a gap somewhere up in here. So do we go up to fill the gap? We'll see. That's going to be an interesting topic, right? So anyway, Bitcoin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isn't it crazy? I don't know. We're 5 days at dump, and it felt like we just hit an all-time high. That was 5 days ago. I feel like we just sold that trade. Unbelievable, right? So basically, we need this falling wedge to break back to the upside. That's our hopium copium for the day. Very oversold on the 22. Very oversold on the 12-hour. Right? I mean, very beat down on the 8-hour time frame, extremely oversold. Still hugging a higher low. You didn't break these lows. As long as the 8-hour stays above 112.5, I'd be pretty confident that we continue. Not the worst. I don't want to get overly bearish here. I'm open-minded. We could still see ourselves breaking out here by September 11th, 12th, 15th, front-running that rate cut. And then look, right as the 17th rate cut comes in, isn't that crazy? Would be the end of this. It lines up with September 17th right there. Boom, right? Rate cut. Have Fed watch tool. Highly likely we're going to get it on the CME watch tool here on the Fed CME Group Fed watch tool. Wow, it's slipped down to 83%. Strong at 92. Still looks likely we're going to get the cut. But man, still looks very likely. But for some reason, it's just teetering a little bit for whatever reason. They're playing games with the traders there. I don't know what's up. That's a bit sketchy that it slipped down to 83. I mean, some crazy data came in last week, too. It was a woozy of a week. And I would expect this week attempting to recover to chop its way in and out of this sauce here. So be careful. But you know what? If we can get a couple good movements on the small time frames, chop ain't the worst. Right? That's crazy. It was 92% an hour ago. Shout out to my man Jason Casper in the house. God bless you. You're the man, man. And you watch my show, it makes me feel good because you care about it a lot. And if you care about it and you watch me, then I'm doing something right. God bless you and your family. I hope all your crops produce the biggest, fattest, juiciest fruits in the world, man. I hope your muscles grow big and strong like they already are. May God bless you, man. And may all your kids grow healthier than the healthiest bull on your farm, man. God bless you, brother. The healthiest bull is the healthiest bull. You know what I mean? I hope that made sense. Sometimes my farm talk isn't the best there. my horse whispers. My horse whispering ain't. Oh, I'm crazy, man. I'm out of it. I've been up all night playing poker. Came home, made 7 racks. Made 5 racks off it. Made 76. In total, made about 85. 84. I said, no, it's 83 to be off of 1,800. Yeah. God bless you, little fan, bro. You too, man. I wish your stream, your life, and everything goes so well, man. You deserve it. You work so hard. And you teach people cool things about life and how to live off the chickens and how to grow their own food. And you're blessed, man. You're blessed. May God bless you. And everybody here, too. I don't want to just single him out. God bless everybody. But, the man puts a lot of work in. Check him out. Jason Casper on YouTube. He's a good dude. Okay. 127,000 could be the target if we get a rip ski back to the up ski. All right, let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. Getting a bit of a bounce here, and we can take a fib here. Why not? I mean, that's a low to a high, and we're bouncing right on the 786 Fibonacci retracement, which is quite interesting, ain't it? Almost a hidden bully on the... Is there a hidden bully on the 8? You know what? Not really. You can't say, almost. It's that's pretty flat compared to a move up. That's got some hidden bullish in my mind. Let me take a look here and double click. Nah, see, it does swing up, but it's not as strong. It's like Class C hidden bullish divergence, something that I've kind of termed on my own. So we'll see. I don't know. Can we get this bounce off the 786? It's possible. Falling wedge. It's crazy how it was definitely a head and shoulder, right? Look, almost a shoulder. Another little shoulder there. So let me see. A shoulder. Another little shoulder. A shoulder. Hold on. Let me do this correctly here. A shoulder. What the? A shoulder. Another little shoulder. A head. A shoulder. A shoulder, right? Neckline. Sayonara, senorita. The sad thing is, that does... I mean, it's not... I guess it's better prices, right? We can buy more Bitcoin, so... 111,000. Unless we can hold this 786. 8 hour hasn't broken the 200 moving average yet. We're still somewhat okay, but the 4 hour is pretty strong. When the 4 hour loses the 200, it could be treachery. You got to get back above it pretty soon. We need this to turn into a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder, and get us back into the promised land here. We are staying above these lows. So this, to me, is good. That's bullish, right? If you break 112.6, then bearish retest, and then come down, now you're going to 109. But right now, you got some chop. You got a node. You're sticking to it right there, and there's a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. So that's why, and we're going to watch the small time frames and continue. If I can scalp 5 more times today, that's $1,500, right? Or I think I made 380, so even more, but we'll see. We'll see. It was just one win. We'll see where this goes. Bullish divergence on the 1 hour time frame. That's strong. Again, very low RSI. Last time the RSI was this low. And I like using this strategy. It's helped me long many times. So I look and look and look. Look. I like to look at it without price action because it makes you a little more biased when you just look at your indicator. I don't know why. It just does. You don't have anything else to play games with, so you just kind of take it in. Sorry, I'm messing around here with the MACD. It's playing with me. I'm going to double click the RSI. Look, so super low. And what I do is put an H, Alt H. I want to see, when's the last time we were this low? Right here and here. June 17th and July, right? I mean, June 12th and June 17th. And we put like a line there. Alt V if you have. Double click out. And we take a look at what happened there. And these were those two, well, because we had a dump there, and then we had a massive meltdown. We didn't get as low, funny, because I guess it was a bullish divvy. 98,000. So you can see that when we hit the low on the RSI, came up, and then you have to hit the high too, though. So now you have to you might have to make a lower low with the high. Still tells you that it's closer towards the end of the dump than it isn't. You do see what I'm saying? The RSI, it hasn't gotten that low since here. This is when you had a nasty dippage too. So it takes a lot to get the RSI down there. And so it's how much more do the bears have? I don't know if they got it. I just don't know if they got it. So bullish divergence on the 1 hour on the indicator. Stochastics RSI with divergences. Go up here. Type in RSI. Hit Stochastics RSI with divergences by neobutane. That's going to help you out. It's going to show you the divergences. If you have a hard time finding them yourself, and then you can start to learn together with that guy, that indicator for you. And so this is a swing down while price action swinging up. That's a divergence. Thing is, most people will see that and call it, but can they actually trade it? That means you actually buy here with a stop below the wick, and you say, I buy that bullish divergence. We go from there. You see? Now, false move Monday, a little sketchy. I have some other strategies I use, but that could be a beautiful reversal. And you already got some tweezer bottoms. You've got, right there, you do have tweezer bottoms. So this is technically the trade back to liquidity. It's a 4-to-1 risk reward ratio. Even if you just got to the point of control, it's 382. Back to 117.5. The bullish divergence tells me there's a good chance that this could happen. And the fast move last night tells me we could make a move back to the upside. Bit of a little weird kind of rounded bottom flag here going on. It takes me to the 7, takes me to the 5, and then I'm looking at that 3-minute. And that's when I start watching live price action again with you. And so here we are. We just went from the weekly all the way to the 1-minute chart, right? And I hope, and I kind of piecemealed some things. We showed you a bunch of different charts too. We showed you how charts work and how they manifest price action. And so technically I should take the signal yet again. This time even less risky because the 21's even closer to price action. Bit of another double bottom here. It is False Move Monday. I should dial down the risk as I attempt the hit here. So 116.6. You'll notice one thing about me, I may never sell that top. I just may sell the biggest pump. I'll sell when I feel we're too far for the 21. I don't really look at my trade. I look at what's happening on the charts. The charts show me what's likely going to happen. You see? I know that because I've watched the chart for years. So I've put in so much more time than the average person. I dedicate, when everyone else was out talking to people and being around humans, I was in these charts. While people were sleeping, I was sleeping 5 hours and putting another 3 into the charts and still going to work and running a business and, having kids and doing my life. Like, this has been what I do for a long, long time until I don't know anything else anymore. When I go out with friends and family, I'm a little like, wow. Last night I played poker. It's been a long time. I don't get to hang out a lot. I work a lot, everybody, and I love it. Really love what I do. I love what I do. I'm in love with the process of trading. I'm in love with showing people the education. I'm in love with it all. So it's really hard to stop. Like, why would I stop doing this? Why would I stop the show? Like today, so many people were waiting for the show. Why would I not do the show? There's so much to learn. This world is full of opportunity. I'm excited to be here every day. It's a blessing to have a YouTube channel. It's a blessing to be here with you all. I thank you for your time. I hope I can continue to produce value for you every single day. Just watching this live trade should be valuable. You're seeing how I'm assessing the moving averages. We look like we're in a giant double bottom here now. That has a measured move somewhere here now. So I'm just playing that at 68% chance that we could go up, right? Does it mean we're going to go up for sure? No guarantees at all. And there we go, starting to get a bit of a move here to the upside. Let's take a look if we can see a squeeze on BOOKMAP. And 115.5 is psychological. We get back above that, we could pump pretty nicely. I want to take a look at the 3-minute. The 3-minute's in a giant W that says it's going to rip. 3-minute looks just very similar, but the 21's lagging. I really should wait a little bit more. I got to move my stop loss to break even immediately and just see how much more I can get out of the trade as if it was the last trade, just adding to the trade. Not being greedy, even if it's 50, 60 bucks more. That's a power move right there to the upside. Up 7%. So I just sold that little candle. Why would I do that? I'm too far for the 21. I want to wait for my strategy. And might it pump? Maybe it will. But bang, and I just added a little more. Nothing crazy. I'm waiting for this 21 to catch price action here. And don't try to do what I do, please. I'm doing this live. I can't explain it as I do it. I'd love to take you with me, but my mind is moving at 1,000 miles a minute while I do this. So I'm waiting for the 21 to get back into price. When that does, I'd like to take a trade though. The cool thing about it is we're ahead of the trade before the trade even happens, and that is the key. That is the key. So this will be the trade, 116,784. Stop loss is at about 115,189. All right. Thank you so much for the super chat. Subscribe. So someone subscribe in the super chat. Please subscribe to the channel. Every single day I teach technical analysis. I'm in love with it. I'm passionate about it. It is my love. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. Wow, looks like this thing may continue to rip ski to the up ski, but I'm just going to wait my turn for my signal. So I typed in the numbers that I wanted already. I think it changed to 115,798 and 115,189. That stands. So yeah, and I just, and maybe it just rips and I miss out. That's okay. I'd rather wait for my signal and only trade my signal. But dang, man, it looks like I could even gotten more out of that one. I'm liking it. We're back above the 200 moving average of the 1 hour. This shows a sign of a reverse. I've studied this, and so I know how strong it is. It's crazy how sick what one man can do for a larger group of people. Like if we went through the mountains and I had gone up and down those mountains 100 times, I'd be able to guide you right through them, even though they were full of treachery. You'd be like, well, I know all these different things about the mountain that you didn't know, so I would guide you. You wouldn't have to fall or get hurt, or maybe I already fell and got hurt a couple times, and I figured out the way, and I said, man, don't go that way. It's easier if you go around the rock this way. Wow, Bitcoin getting that squeeze to the upside. And even I feel that feeling of I sold too early, but then I say, God, dear, bless me for everything you've given me in this life. Thank you for my channel. Thank you for my kids. And I say, man, what a blessing. I say the right, and again, this is just the 1 minute, Sam. I said, you'll have your chance on the 5 minute later. Just be patient. When the 5 minute cracks the 200 moving average, that's going to be pretty sweet. It is a double bottom. The double bottom suggests it's going up to 116,798. That is the measured move. Look at it. It's a W. You see it. I can't make this stuff up. That, my friends, is a clear W. Clear and defined W. For some reason, it's just not right unless that's yellow. But it's a W. And so that tells you you're going up to 116.8. Now, we may make a flag first. You never know. But a lot of times, no, you just aggressively pump. Technically, you keep the stop below the 200. And if the 21 crosses, there's a good chance that you'll never get stopped out until, I can't say never, but so there's a high probability that the stop doesn't get taken out based on my years of doing this. But again, I can't, nothing happens exactly. Look at that, though. Bitcoin doing damage. So if you took the entry there, you're still in the muddy. All right. Pumpage. And so we may have called the daily bottom today, right here, right now. We don't know. We may even call the weekly bottom. We'll see for this new week. It's looking bullish. I just want that flag, and I like this because this is telling me the flag's coming eventually. Whether it's in 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or 30 minutes, there will be a flag, in my humble opinion. And I'll be able to take advantage of it. Move that to 116,885. See, I changed those numbers a bit, 220. I'm always watching my numbers exactly, precisely, very precise about the number to the 89, to the 76, to the 54, to the 15. I don't play games. It's all got to be positioned properly. Okay, so Bitcoin, we may have caught the daily bottom. Let's look at the bearish scenario now. Let's look at the bearish scenario. So we're not caught off guard in case things don't go our way here. And we're not all like, Sam's the best. It's definitely a reversal. I have no idea what's going to happen. We're playing chess with chess players here. We just assessed a couple of their moves and we got ourselves ready, but we don't know what they're going to do. We have no clue. Could have been a fake out and it comes right back inside. I've seen this before. And then we're on our way out of here. And it's you were scared and it's no stress. Nice previous resistance is support on that daily. 1, 2, 3, bounce, and we wicked right to it. So there's some support at 115. So the bearishness is no, we'll lose this key level and we will drop down here. That could be a possible double bottom, though. And Bitcoin's been doing a lot of funky stuff like that, too, so, which wouldn't be the worst either. So I'm open-minded. We're going to be here every day. We're going to figure it out. If there's a short there, we're going to take it. If there's a long, we're going to take it. And we're going to figure out where this market goes. The 1 minute's going to teach us today a probability, and that probability is going to be most likely right. Because it is more than it isn't. So whatever the 1 minute tells us, like if it makes a bull flag that breaks out 68% of the time, then it's likely for the next few hours we will move back up to 116.8. Then we'll take it from there. I'm your analyst that stays on it all day long throughout the Discord. I'm as obsessed to the Discord as I am out here. We do not stop. God bless everybody here on the chat. Shout out to Aaron Crypto 80. Shout out to Demma J 199 Caspa TA. Please, thank you. When we get to all the technical analysis super chats, we'll do them all. No days off from Reliable J, Mr. Butters. Shout out to all my people. Let's take a look at the fan funding here at 11:05. We've already done a lot, so let's go over it. We've already done a live trade today. I've taught you how you could use anything, any time frame to teach yourself, and I've shown you different assets on different time frames, and we've kind of gone back and forth through that, which is pretty awesome and interesting if you ask me. We've shown you BOOKMAP and liquidity, which I talk about every single day in case you're new. We made a live trade that played out in front of you using one of my strategies, and we banged on it with 380 in a few minutes. $380 in 5 to 6 minutes is pretty sweet if you ask me. And we made another small scalp that didn't play out perfectly, but at least I took another $40 or something. Probably paid for a fee and a half or something, but. And then we're possibly making another live trade and setting up my next setup. And I'm doing this all for free, completely, without, And most people would never give you this information, ever. And then I'm giving you a class that's people are charging $2,000 to $3,000 for, but I'm only charging $150, and I do it once a month live. I could just sell it and not show up, but I like to connect with people and actually have interaction. It's part of real life, which we're losing now with AI and all this other stuff. Maybe the last frontier, the people will still love relics, a guy that's actually not AI, a real person online. People think I'm AI because I've never taken a day off. I must be AI, right? What if it came to find out I was never me? It was always AI in the first place. A CIA project, a crypto to take over the crypto industry slowly but surely. One person at a time. The lifer. Never to be seen again. The music's kind of creepy too. Gotta play into that. Sammy Exit Hammy with the W, baby. Shout out to J Lit TV. God bless you, man. Thank you. Sam's the best and the most legit of the space. Love watching you. I'm always here when I can to learn with you and the lifers. Sending love to everyone. Shout out to Guillermo Muck. God bless you and BTCC. Thank you so much, man. Just a note to show my appreciation. Been to the 99 since 24. It's been life-changing financially and mentality. And the mentality you teach is priceless. Much love, Brave Heart. God bless you, Brave. Thank you, brother. That means the world to me. That's very nice of you. Cheers, Sammy. Thank you for coming on Daily Big Ups. Thank you so much, Super Assassin. Ivan Rogue. I got another gem for you, Sammy. RECC on Solana. It combines tokenization and real estate. 1.3 million what are your thoughts? We'll take a look at that. Thank you, RECC. I still like the fusion there. Fuser AI. If I remember it correctly, right? Fun DIDDYBOP. This one I found yesterday online. It was all over Twitter. I have no idea. But something's going on with it. It seems to be holding nicely compared with Bitcoin tanked. It didn't matter. So it seems to have a huge following. The kid who's behind it is like this funny little kid. I shouldn't call him a little kid. I'm so old now. Maybe he's, 24 or something. Fine, right? But yeah, I'm watching this thing. It might, who knows? And again, probably stay away. It probably turns to zero, so please, just stay away. I don't own any at all. I have nothing to do with it. So I'm not, I wasn't paid to talk about it. Last night, I was up super late, and of course, instead of going to sleep at 2:30 in the morning at the end of the show, 3, I spent an extra 10 minutes finding DIDDYBOP online when it starts to trend like And it was all over, so it was trending. So I caught it, I watched it, now I'm looking at it. It's very low market cap. A chance it could be one of the bigger gems in the space. I like what it's doing. That's a consolidation. That's a cup and handle. That's my favorite pattern in the game. And anyway, who knows? It could easily go to zero and turn to nothing. I don't know. The TA is looking pretty nice to me. That's all I got to say. You can see a possible 133% gain to 002213. I'm just doing the TA on it. The TA looks spot on. But I don't know. You do whatever you want. I'm not going to, I don't want to think, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Okay, the 8 hour showing signs of a reversal. Like we will bounce. 4 hour doing the same. This would be such an amazing flush out. Like, it would be kind of funny, honestly. If they pump this thing, it would be the funniest thing ever. I shouldn't say that because there's a lot of people that probably got banged out and that's not too funny. But for me, thank the Lord. I thank the Lord. I don't know why I talk to the Irish. Thank the Lord there. But for me, thank the Lord. I mean, and I don't want to say that. I mean, I do, though, because it was involving my family and money. But I sold that local top and wasn't involved in heavy, in any heavy liquidations. And I didn't lose tons of money. And actually, it was a great sell for me. And now I just went out to play poker. I took the night off for a first time in a long time. And then made kind of like, what I make as a trader playing poker too. Like, which is crazy. And shout out to anyone that played poker there and and had a good time. God bless it. I don't want to be rude. I've lost many times too. You don't always get to win, right? So, and shout out to Gary Cardo, my brother. Hope you're doing well, Gary. God bless you, man. And thank you so much for letting us just have a blast. Beautiful view at his home. 14,000 square foot home. Place is gorgeous. Like, absolutely gorgeous, And he's so chill, man. And he's awesome. He's a good guy. We got the falling wedge. Could break to the upside here. And we could get the inverted head and shoulder and push us somewhere back to about 121,989. Right? Key level that we're looking for. So you're looking for a bounce here on the 4 hour time frame. It's oversold again. We got tweezer bottoms again. Remember, I had just called tweezer bottoms here and we traded it. And then here, and when we got that huge pump, I sold the local top. They're crazy too. We sold that. Because I just sell when I'm away for I said I'm going to, Ethereum, remember everything pumped? That was Sunday morning at 8 in the morning. I was live. And I sold my Ethereum trade, remember? And I moved my stop loss to break even on Bitcoin. And I said, I don't know, And boom, we got lit. I was a $2.98 win when I came to look at what happened this morning or last night. I think I glanced last night. But this morning I really assessed it and looked at it. So I'd like to see this candle close at 47 minutes in 48 seconds. Right here. If it does so, it could possibly be the beginning of an inverted head and shoulder that can win us back to the upside. I said win us. I like that. Bullish divergence on the 1 hour came through, but getting a little bit overbought and not able to come above local support. So wherever you had local resistance, wherever the last two candles could not, get out. Right here, it's about 115.7. You can always go to the candle to see exactly where it opened. 115.699. Yeah, 115.7. So now you have to say, well, a 1 hour candle's got to close above 115.7 or this ain't happening. This is a bear, we could bear flag our way further to the downside. This could roll over. If this does drop, sad to say, it will drop basically about this length here. And that could take you to 110, even to 112. Preferably 112. But you can see if you lose this level too, it's just 112 is the next support. Just is what it is. That's the supportive resistance we have laid out. So what's going to happen today for BTC? 15 minutes seems to be struggling, but it's got this kind of nice rounded bottom. 7 minute tight moving averages. Can it break up to the 200? Usually you do see that move. So right off the bat, I'm looking at this kind of strange bigger flag in a way. This looks somewhat bullish. I like how the moving averages are getting tight. It tells me we could pump up to the 200. So we could get tight, moving average get closer and closer. Boom. Cross the 200 moving average. 5 minute looks interesting too for the same situational move here. So And then back to the 1 minute. Wow, so the 1 minute's in a bit of a flag. So the flag is, look at that. It did exactly as we drew. Isn't that crazy? The closer to the 200, the better the trade, you see? Now it's a 7-to-1 risk-reward ratio. So now I'm up $300 already. And I only have to risk $100 for $700. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? So I take the trade. You see what I'm saying? Keep myself in very low risk, but able, if this thing rips, imagine if this rips and I make the 7. And I only had to risk $100. And again, I'm trading a signal. I'm on the 1 minute. I'm above the 200. I'm touching the 21 in a flag. I got low stochastics. I've traded this 1,000 times. So this is supposed to play out. More likely that it's not. Again, it is sketchy Monday, and maybe it dumps in my face and I lose. I don't know. But this is supposed to pump now. This is supposed to pump. By my years of trading and all my data, this is supposed to pump. My subconscious data is telling me this now. It's not even me. It's my subconscious mind. But we'll see what happens. Let's now kind of talk about your super chats. Let's kind of run through the chat here. It's 11:15. We've been all Bitcoin all the time, and we have to be on these days of recovery to find that daily bottom, to sniff out the daily bottom. Sorry, I had to. Hyperliquid holding well at 43. I'm still in that swing trade. It's been months. It's going to take, I guess, a long time to get to 100. 131 for Aerodrome. Don't give a dang. Aerodrome holding it down strong, even though it may have lost 10%. It was up so big on the week already. XDC hanging in there. I like it. Chronos Sui still at 350. XIP holding 3. 22 for Doge is strong. ENA at 67. Jupiter, I wanted back at $1. Cardano at 90 cents. It did hit the bean, though. Wanted to hold that. Conflux is interesting. May want to look at that. Cake is interesting. I want to look at Cake. You know what? The altcoin market's pretty strong comparatively. Let's take a look at what happened here to Total 3. And so far, so good. This trade is starting to flip somewhat green. And it's a $62,000 trade. It's $1,000. It's 65x levy. And there's and there we go, man. I told you I'm the king of 3%. I didn't get it yet, though, so I don't want to talk to you yet. But let's show me 3%, baby. This would be awesome if we get the move here with the preciseness. Come on a Monday morning, just running a clinic straight up. And like, why work if you could do this every day and play with these charts and have fun? And that's what I said to myself one day when I was playing with the charts. I said, man, I'm going to join a group. I'm going to get with these traders that trade every day, and I'm going to become one of them. I want to know what they're doing. I want to know how they operate. I don't want to get in with the traders. And I joined a trading group, and the rest was history, everybody. I was never the same. May God bless my mentor. He has since passed away at a very young age, and he had millions of dollars, and may God bless my mentor, man. May God bless him. A lot of the people that have helped me become who I am are gone. And I feel like God is just teaching me that he put the right pieces of the puzzle in place for my life to come together the way it did. When my mom died, when my dad died, they died in a way that made me so strong. It was a very tough way to go for both of them. It ripped my heart out. I can say it without crying for some reason in the last few weeks. Throughout the summer, I was breaking down a lot because I was back in the vineyard where my parents met, where my parents really fell in love, where they really grew as a couple, where they brought their kids, where we really, all my memories were with them. And I drew by the hospital a bunch of times where I sat there with my mom. Anyway, sorry, let's move on. Beautiful flag here on the 1 minute time frame. Want to see this thing pump to the upside and get that glory Valhalla move. Let's see it. So I'm long on Bitcoin. I'm risking 100 of the 380 I made, so I'll only be up 280 on the day if I get hit off. It is False Move Monday, so I'm playing with fire when I trade, and I know that. And we'll go from there. So that's kind of where we stand. You guys kind of have it all down now. We got to break above this resistance, 115.7 on the 1 hour and the 1 minute. You can see it's clearly the next resistance. We break above it, we can gap back up to 117.8. there is still some hope here for Bitcoin. So I like what I'm seeing for BTC. All right. Blessings on everybody here to be alive and well. Let's take a look at that nasty Nas. How is the NASDAQ holding up compared to Bitcoin? The E-mini futures. NQ1. So last time I looked at it, I said I would long here. I said, but look for somewhat of a pullback or a bit of a flag. I said I expect some type of flag here. And we did flag back to the 200 moving average, which ain't too shabby here. And then you can kind of open this up. And it looks similar to Bitcoin. And I know rising wedges are not my favorite token. My favorite pattern. So let's shrink that. But so, yeah, we're looking for this to bounce, though, off the 200 moving average. Could make a shoulder, kind of an elongated head on a right shoulder. I have seen this before. I'm just I have seen that before. Well, let's get the break up, hang out tight, then we get to move on out of here. All we need to make sure is that we do not lose the 1 hour 200 moving average. Stochastics are low, looking like we're going to push. Looks like we may get some bullish news anytime soon. I don't know what Trump's going to say. It seems like show me the charts and I'll show you the news. So the charts are telling me some bullish news comes in. And out of nowhere, the markets just rip. And everyone says, oh, you were scared. And everything was fine again. That's what the charts are telling me. But, no guarantees. Like this indicator doesn't have the bullish div, but this has bullish div on it. The RSI is clearly moving to the upside here, and you can go double click on it. And you can rectify it for yourself to make sure, because why not? And that's definitely an uptrend on the RSI. Beautiful uptrend, right? And that's definitely a downtrend on price action, which is bullish divergence at its finest. So that also tells me there's some bullish divvy on the NASDAQ. Looking for a break back to the upside on the NASDAQ. What if I talk like this and I was always like the NASDAQ? We're going up on the NASDAQ. Everybody, you'll be like, what's going on with this game? It could even be a descender. I see there's some, I'm always challenging myself both ways there. Bit of a double bottom, just similar to Bitcoin, though. Honestly, it looks like the beginnings of an Adam and Eve, don't it? That would be so classic. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We're going to jump into your super chats now as we kind of, pull away from Bitcoin. Talk about the nasty Nas. The Trump, we're up more than 3% on the trade. Banging on them to the upside. One thing I want to talk about, you guys see how that stealth bomber flew over Putin and Trump? Like they were hanging out. And then like the stealth bomber, and you see Putin, he's like, Trump's like, just messing with you, buddy. He's like, don't worry about that. Yeah, just messing around with you. Just foxing with you. Trade starting to pump pretty nicely here to the upside, out the flag, above the 200 moving average. Imagine doing that, though. That was pretty pimp, man. You got to... classic. He's a stealth bomber. Just to let you know, man, we in the skies on you. On the low, just... If I could take you out at any time. You're not going to do it. Just to let you know. Shout out to everybody here. Trade starting to pump nicely to the upside. It's supposed to, based on my years of doing this. I wanted it to make me look smart and not look stupid. It would be nice if it could do that, please. And now we're ripping again, starting to add to the piggy bank here on the day. And that's why I like to keep scalping too. Up only is up only, baby. Let's go. So far, so good. This is good music for the trade. This is good trading music. Gotta get the 1 minute. Gotta get the 1 minute. Gotta get the one. Yeah. I'm on one today. As you can tell, lack of sleep makes people out of their minds wacky. And so, yeah. I mean, wouldn't you? And wouldn't this make you a bit wacky too? We're going to spend again. We're going to spend again, baby. Bam. Bam. And if you didn't know where this money come from, I don't flash money on the stream usually. Just played poker with some friends last night. And man, I guess I got the cards, man. I got the cards. I pressed the right buttons at the right time. Things went my way. Shout out to all the blessed, beautiful people out here. Bitcoin doing absolute damage here. 115.6. If it stays above 115.5, we have ourselves a chance of reversal. Remember, people love their Bitcoin. They bought it on the low. Look at this beautiful ascending triangle about to break out and do damage. Hey, this is a trade right here. I can see 1,000 trades 1,000 ways, man. I'm not trying to be rude here. And again, it could not, and maybe it doesn't go, but that's a trade right there. With a stop below the 200 moving average, it's a 2.74 risk-reward ratio, but dang, that thing is smooth. It's an ascending triangle after the reversal. Looks likely we will get the pump. Again, who knows? You got to assess it yourself, and it has to fit your trading analysis and education, but if it does, I mean, bang. Let's jump back into the chat. This is where we kind of slow it down here and see what's happening with the chat. Cheers, Sammy. Thank you for coming. Big ups. God bless you. I got another gem. We'll take a look at RECC real fast and just kind of deep dive it. The other one wasn't it Fuser AI? Is that the same one, though, that went to zero? Yeah, damn, it went to zero. Like, the chart did absolutely nothing, huh? Sad. I thank God I didn't touch that puppy. I like the way it looked, though. Site looked cool. I don't know what happens there. This one's got a little stronger of a... Right off the bat, I like the marketing. See the R, the strong R there? Representable. You can see it fast from far away. It's important. People can't see. They don't wear their glasses. They can see really quick. They can still identify that. That means you have that many more people with tired eyes who watch their computers still able to kind of know what you're doing. Think about it. A lot of people are doing that. If you can get the tired-eyed people and you can also get the focused people, it's about a logo, a recognizable one simple logo. Very important, I think. I'm looking at that already. My mind's more inclined to trade this because it has more of a marketability. All right, I know that's a subconscious theory here that has nothing to do with altcoins and trading, everything to do with the way my mind works and how I see this. But I've made I make money doing that. I speculate on the human mind and how the marketing of the asset I'm trading is going to be passed through the learning, prefrontal cortex of my fellow man. And think about it. Like, there's certain things that bright yellow. I mean, there's certain things that are already going to get you going. McDonald's is bright yellow. We all know McDonald's. Everybody here knows it. Like, isn't that creepy? There's things everybody here knows. Everybody. Like, it's not a question that we all know we know that. Feels like we were on a program of some type. How could we all know the exact same things? If you go to a wedding, everyone knows Coca-Cola will be served there. Like, if you go to a party, like, feels like there's always going to be Coca-Cola somewhere. Thank God at my company my community party for the back-to-school kids, there was some Capri Sun, but whatever, This looks interesting to me, man. I like this. Looks marketable to me. Let me take a look at the website. Invest in real estate with your cryptos and earn yields. Bridge the gap between traditional real estate and DeFi with the first decentralized platform for real-world asset crowdfunding. Interesting. Building the bridge between traditional real estate and DeFi to unlock billions in previously inaccessible investment opportunities for everyone. Isn't that crazy? Like the Airbnb I have. I could sell it off as shares to all of my people in my, eventually, right? You could sell it off as shares to people in a trading group or something. And everyone could own the Airbnb together. Isn't that crazy? You could tokenize anything you want. So they only have view all the projects here. Very small amount of projects. It's very little. It's like one little rental. So this is kind of like, I like this, but I don't know, man. It's like they took a picture of 2 apartments and claimed they're... Maybe this can speculate on some type of run, but it doesn't look like it has I'd be a little sketched out by it. You know, by what, 200-300 followers on Twitter? 2,900, that's okay. And again, they're not the first people to put real estate on chain. Are out now, new property, expect 7.3%. Monthly revenue. APY, 7% APY. That makes some sense. Actual footage of awesome trades of the 1 hour on the NASDAQ. My man, Master Friend, let's see what he's doing here on his tick process here. He's going up to here. I don't even know what's happening here. I think he wanted to go up there. Isn't that a limit sell? And that's your stop loss? Yes, baby. He got that. I know that looks like it's a profit. It's going to snap the limit. I don't know what happened. I can't read it. I don't know how to read it. What did you say, baby? Okay, but just tell her not to do that. Okay, you can sit here if you want. Okay, baby, sit down. I'm doing my show, my love. I love you, sweetheart. It's okay. Okay, baby, it's okay. It's okay, honey. No one's trying to hurt you, baby. Anyway, sorry about that, everybody. But, you know, 4-year-old daughter, wanted to make sure she's all right. She doesn't normally come in during the stream, and she wants to know, you know. I'm like, all right, what's going on over here? All right, let's get back into the flow of this awesome stream. Can you check ETH? Appreciate you, man. Caspa TA, please, from Demas J. So let's take it. Let's go through this now. We got Guillermo Muck. God bless you, Mr. Muck. We love you, man. Thank you. J-Lit TV, Sammy, Exes, and Amy. I love you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate the 99. Thank you, Brave. And we did read these super chats already. I'm not, you know, I'm just kind of getting back to where we were. We just deep dive RECC, and now we're going to take a look at Ethereum. Bitcoin looks bullish to me, but no guarantees. We'll see what can happen. We had a nice little pump. We went sideways. We're still up 4%. Starting to make a nice, more of a flag here, and I showed you the bigger flag right here that could break out to about 116,800 for Bitcoin. So that's kind of the call right now. And it's looking like we're about to get a short squeeze. Look at the liquidity that just got built above us here. And it looks like we're about to go to the upside for a quick wheel move. That's just what I see. BOOKMAP is starting to build liquidity above us, and we do have it up to 116. And there's some red starting to come in here, some liquidations fluttering around. People are going to have to cover, or people starting to hit the sell button because they're, you know, and they're basically putting orders on the book. They were hidden before, but now they're pressing the sell button. They're getting scared. They got in a little too late. Late shorts could push us further back to the upside here. And that's what I'm looking for. I guess that's basically what we do. So you can see the flag we're trading right there. It's absolutely beautiful. Ethereum should be in the exact same flag on the 1 minute time frame. Not exactly. It's a little bearish, but similar, you see? And you're basically looking for the same exact sauce on Ethereum. It's going to follow Bitcoin. If you've been watching me for years, it's going to go lockstep. If Bitcoin bumps, it's going to pump. If Bitcoin dumps, it's going to dump. Looking for the pump back to 4,400 would be absolutely beautiful here for Ethereum. This is a gutsy trade. You got to break back above the 200 moving average. It's the 1 minute. But you got tight price action on the point of control. It is Monday. It's tough, but, you know, I wouldn't be... There's 3-to-1 risk reward ratio here. That breaks you up to 44.39. So we're watching closely for what Bitcoin does, and it's going to affect the rest of the market surely. It surely will. And we're seeing some more liquidity. People are kind of coming out of nowhere and hitting the sell button there, sending more orders up on the book. Let's take a look at Caspa TA. Thank you so much for asking about Caspa, one of my favorite long-term positions I've been in for a long time. We got in below a penny. We still hold the 8X. We went to a 20X. We've been up and down with this coin. It's been a long journey with Caspa, I have to admit. Annoying, to be honest. Very annoying. But hey, to the patience go the spoils. Maybe it's going to be one of the bigger winners I've ever had in my life, and I just have to wait my turn. It's kind of what Gary said. I said, man, Gary, all the other cycles played out so well. This cycle is, he's like, maybe there's more of a reward on this one. You know, I said, maybe there will be, man. And that's what it's going to be. We just got to wait out our turn here till the market rewards us. And despite a lot of Bitcoin people there, not a lot of Bitcoin talk. I mean, the cards, you know, blind people looking, the cards kept coming. And people were playing. There was 10 people, so it was a lot of people. Funny, I went all in on the third or fourth hand and lost it. Then I went back in for 700 and turned that puppy into 8 grand, man. I can't. I don't even know how I did it. A couple big pots at the end really just kind of turned everything over for me. I got ace jack on the river when someone had ace 8 and we were going back and forth, and then I went all in and he called. I was like, I got ace jack on the table, man. I was like, I don't think I'm going to lose. I played the odds every time, and the odds took care of me every time last night. I mucked a lot of hands. I must have folded 60, 70 hands, man. But the ones I traded made it happen, you know? So, you know, that's bullish to me. Ethereum looks bullish. Still got a higher low, unless it takes out this low. If it takes out the low at about... Oh, sorry, Caspa. I'm sorry. If Caspa takes out the low at 0.82, then I'd start to, you know, but I like what it's doing. It's consolidating, making higher lows ever since this bottom here. It's been on an uptrend. So I see it continuing. The trend you're friended to is not. Caspa's in an uptrend. I see it continuing this uptrend over time. 18 cents as we get into November. But again, it may just, a lot of these coins, I don't know if they're going to get the biggest pumps of their lives, right? Bitcoin back in the driver's seat here. Let's take a look at what's happening to the live trade. Looking for this W to play out over time. Leave that in the background because that's still a probability. It's telling us, hey, that's a probability. And then we have this beautiful, really nice measured move here up to 116.6. That flag looks so nice to me, so I have to trade that. You're touching the 21 or you're above the 200 moving average. Makes me want to trade it on weeks too. Like, it's just such a nice trade. Hold on here. And shout out to Week. Shout out to everybody that trades on the exchanges. God bless you. I appreciate that. It's a good idea. I have a backing. If anything ever happens to your, you know, you say, you know, this is my user ID, and I'll say, hey, can you please go over this? You know, so-and-so said this is what happened. And they'll take notice because I'm the lifer. I will not let you get pushed around. So you're better off on my link than anybody else's because I'm here every single day. I'm not going anywhere. We're breaking it down for you constantly. And this is what I love to do. So hang out with people that are passionate about what they do. It'll rub off on you. I don't know if that didn't sound right, but you know what I mean. I don't know. Right? But yeah, hang out with people that are passionate about what they do. It'll make you more passionate about what you do. It will. It have an influence on you. I love what I do for a living. I'm excited to wake up every day. I'm the commander of my own ship. I master my own course. And I'm blessed that God gave me that ability, right? And I want you to do the same. Look, this thing's about to blast to the upside. You can clearly see a pump is coming here for Bitcoin. And I'm late to the party over here. That goes to 116, 945. Stop loss at 115, 312. 321, sorry. And we dancing now over here. Up another 189, 19% on the trade, 3%, huh? Hoof. That's another live trade I gave today. And again, I know these are just quick scalps, but I'm teaching you, like, you do that 10 times a day, that's $1,700. You're only in the trade for 3 to 4 minutes a time. Like, I could begin to, shave risk too. Every time the 200 moves up, I shave the risk. Remember, this was a $100 for $700 risk. We were risking $100. Now I'm only risking $70, and I could still win $700. It could turn into $1,000 a day, and I only have to risk $100 to find out. Come on now. This is why you find proper risk-reward ratio. It's not just about trading. It's understanding probability and math. Like, are you really doing the math behind what you're doing, or are you just doing it? I'm thinking about the probabilities behind every single behavior that I take, and I have the years of data to back up why I'm doing it. It may piss some people off that I have that information, but I gave my life for it, so I get it now. I get to freaking live trade like this because I gave my life. I sat in front of those screens till my eyes hurt. My eyesight's not the same anymore. I paid dearly in eyesight and time, but I got back a lot too. And I'm a young man in his prime, you know what I mean? 42 years old, baby. 42 years young. Let's go. Shout out to all my peoples out here. Shout out to my young men out there looking for a wife. Shout out to my young women out there looking for a man. Shout out to people looking for a family, starting to start something with their life, looking for crypto for that answer to go after their dreams and their loves. You came here to change your life. You came here because you thought you would learn something on the internet, just like I did. I was bored at work. I was broke. I wanted to change. I clicked on a link. Next thing you know, I was watching cryptocurrency and YouTube, and next thing you know, my life was changed forever. And so if I could do the same that was done for me to you, blessings on blessings for life, right? Now it's trying to do like a bullish retest here. It's kind of formed more of a rising wedge, which I'm not a huge fan of. Well, let's see. We got a curving 21. Let's let it cook and get into the super chat so I can get my mind off the trade. I don't like watching my trades. I tend to make more money when I just let my trades cook. I like when someone else tells me, Sam, it's up huge, check it now. I'm like, really? I'm up again? Thanks, man. Okay, here we go. So we looked at the gem, we looked at Ethereum. I was bullish on it. We looked at Caspa. Caspa TA, please, from Damas J. We got you, Damas. Thank you. Shout out to X Super Assassin for hooking us up with the Crypto Lifer gifted memberships. Crypto Lifer, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Thank you so much, Dutang. Please shake Arbitrum above the 200 near the 21 on the 4-hour time frame. Let's take a look at Arbitrum. The arbitrator over here. So the daily looks cool, like it's consolidating. You see how I have it in this consolidation? Kind of locked and loaded. Let's see, it's been a while since I looked at it though. Yeah, I mean, I like what you're saying. That's a cup and handle too, isn't it? So let's break this down. I mean, you got tight moving averages. You got a trend line with a higher low. If Bitcoin gets the bounce, this thing's going to bounce nicely to the upside. I think you're spot on, my friend, with the higher low. And you also have yourselves a cup and handle. And this is why coming to this live stream is amazing, because people are going to pay super chats to give us awesome setups, because they give back to the channel because they love what they learn. It's a feedback loop I've created by being here every single day. You get to benefit from that value. This live stream is creating value at the speed of light. It's compounding its own value all the time. The advertisers see it. It's moving. Please subscribe to the channel and keep it pushing so we can continue to teach every single day. No days off. 2-hour live stream, pushing the pedal to the metal every single time. That's a cup and handle. That is likely to break out on a higher low. You can also pull a Fibonacci from the low to the high. From this wick here to this wick here. And you can see we're bouncing right near the what? The 618. We actually wicked into the 618.65, the golden pocket. I can't make this stuff up. You can see the wick right there. Into the white line, which is into the golden pocket. So you wick to the golden pocket, which is a very bullish sign for reversal on the Fibonacci retracement tool. I mean, that looks nice to me. I like what I'm seeing here for Arbitrum. And I get to use my Boston accent when I talk about it. It's Arbitrum, dude. Obbies, dude. Obbies. So funny, right? Arbitrum. Yeah, you don't want to use that high. It's funny. I'll show you another fib. So there's the fib here. This wick to this wick. Right to the 786 Fibonacci retracement. This is the area you're going to want to be paying attention to. Between the 618 and the 786, it is somewhat broad and it can go through a range. But in the grand scheme of things, when things get bigger, this is the area you want to look at. Okay, over and over again. 200 moving averages, flags that go to the 200. Stop loss on the other side of the 200 gives you low risk. I teach you guys this over and over again, but indirectly, but I really want to get it through to everybody's mind if I can. Today's been one of the best streams I've ever had. I feel fluid. I feel ready. I feel confident. And I know what I'm teaching is spot on. And if you're here, you're getting good value. I know that for a fact. We're producing as much value as we can every single day here for you. And I may not be perfect, and I'm sure I'm not the greatest thing since sliced bread, but I'll try to be. And I feel like my sayings are going through the internet now. You'll hear people say the stuff I say, the weird, you know. I say a lot of old school weird stuff because my dad raised me from the 40s. My dad was born in 1946, so old school, baby, old school. Yeah, so I like what I'm seeing with Arbitrum. You're spot on, and the altcoins don't look bad. It looks like today's going to be a great day for me to scan alts and find some amazing opportunities in setups that I believe are likely going to play out. So we'll have some fun too. Altcoins, baby. If Bitcoin gets this pump, it's going to be a beautiful day back to the upside. So look, we've been longing all morning, and we've been having a blast. Now we're almost up the most. We betted the trade 192 since I've seen it. 19% on the trade. That's a breakout with a bullish retest. And now can we kick it? Yes, we can. And now look, more sell pressure. More people have to come out and sell. Big red line. That looks like it may be a running trend back up to 116. I mean, look at all that red up there. 116.5, 116,000. Looks like we're coming for that. The sharks are coming for the blood, baby. And right now, there's a short squeeze happening right now for Bitcoin. Plowing to the upside here, getting a nice pump to the upside for BTC. Let's go. Can we get the follow through here for Bitcoin? $200 on the third trade of the day. Ripping. Is how if you stick with it, stay disciplined, you can make $1,000 a day on the 1 minute time frame. I love the 1 minute. I bang on it all day long. It's slow to me. The 1 second's fast. The 5 seconds fast. And again, this is a nice scalp too. Taking 200 there would be so sweet. The setup just looks too nice right now, but you never know. I'm going to stay in. I sold early once. I'm going to stay in today. Let's get back into the super chats and see what's happening as the show is just rolling at the speed of light. And God bless everybody here on the show. Couldn't take that anymore. Can we look at DORA AI by Virtuals? DORA. Yeah. Let's take a look at DORA AI. And it looks like I may have to look at it here, right? Yeah. Telling you, what do we look at there? That I actually have to put this on a watch list here first. You asked for DORA AI, right? Is that her now? I don't know. That's on, no. DORA AI by Virtuals. There it is. DORA looks even better. 300 market cap on B&B. I mean, there's DORA the Explorer too. I feel like that's what they're doing there. I don't know. This thing looks absolutely horrible, man. It came to a giant double bottom, though. I mean, the TA says it should go back up 68% of the time, but I don't know. It's a low cap meme that I don't know much about. So, to me, it could go to zero. I'd be very careful. All right. Snorter. Snort now, the fastest trading bot. There's all sorts of crazy stuff going on out here. It's got a big market cap. I don't know. I'd stay away. I don't see lock liquidity. Who knows? I don't vibe with that jive turkey. Let's take a look here at what else we're seeing. So we got Epic Chain, ticker Epic. Epic was into gaming, if I remember correctly. Right? Let's take a look at Epic here on Mexi. Epic Chain. Doing some rippage to the upside, looking nice. I don't know if this is what you're talking about, but it looks good to me. Weekly's doing damage. Wow. This thing's been ripping since 83 cents. The thing just did damage since July 14th. Wow. That made a flag. It broke out on the daily. A little away for the 21, but that is looking bullish. It's in a bullish uptrend. The trend's your friend until it's not, right? I mean, I would have to watch this, something like this. Yeah, I watch your 4-hour and the 21-day moving average. I'd want to see them interact again and then get a pump to the upside. That's what I would be looking for here at 38630 would be the target, but I'd have to wait it out for the 21 to come interact. Looks interesting though, for sure. Bitcoin, are you kidding me? Massive pump to the upside. 116,070. Short squeeze for the lifers. We did it again, everybody. And that's a great place to take some profit. I mean, look at that move. And I knew to get in there on weeks. I didn't get the weeks trade cooking, did I? No. Dang it. But I gave you the trade here on weeks 2 live. Looks like we're going to pump all the way to 116,009. Sammy did it again. The everyday hit and never quitter. We banged on it to the upside. Stop loss into profit yet again. We can't stop today. We're on fire with the calls. It's unstoppable. Insanity. This is why you trade for a living. This is why you do what I do every single day, for these moments in time where it just feels like you can't lose, baby. Pumpology 101 over and over again. Now I can wait for the 21 to get back to the 5 and then trade that. The science is so locked in and I can just keep taking profits. I move my stop loss into profit now. I'm going to take by 336. I'm not going to play games. And they could yoke me out and continue to pump. So be it. I don't care. I'm not here for the market. I'm here for this portfolio to move. I'm here to make gains on my end. Bang, bang, bang. Another winning trade here on the live stream. You might want to join the trading group and go to cryptolifer.com after you saw what you just saw today. I mean, was I lucky? Maybe. Was I prepared? Definitely. Did I have a system in place? 100%. Was I disciplined? You bet your sweet bottom I was. Subscribe to the channel. Go to cryptolifer.com if you need to straighten up. Like, people go to the army and it changes their life because they finally have something that, you got to answer to somebody. You got to come join the group and finally really square yourself away. If you keep losing, if you don't have the education, what are you doing? You're walking through the forest without a guide. I've been in the forest for years. I know what plants not to eat. I know what animals are going to devour you in a second. I know what you're going to go through before you go through it. And some of the things I can't save you from. You're going to have to figure it out. You will get stung by the bee's nest a few times. It is what it is. But I'll at least have the Calamine lotion ready. You know what I mean, though? Like, it's like, man. Hi, Lifer. Can we look at AVAX 5 from Ivan Roque? Let's take a look at Phi, Ivan Roque, Phi Protocol, which wasn't doing too good the last time we looked at it. Am I wrong? It bounced back, actually, right? It did bounce beautifully, right as we said it would. Look at that. So we made a box here. We said, watch Phi to bounce off the 786 Fibonacci. We draw the fib, and I showed you how this works on everything. Anything that's a coin in the universe. It doesn't matter if it's a meme, if it has mathematical equational status to it. Like, if you can actually, if it has numbers attached to it, and people are trading it, it's going to actually move. You could be onto something small here that turns into a pretty big winner. That bounce off the 786 is strong. Shows you that there's a new trend forming to the upside. And look, even just off that bounce, that's a 99% gain, still holding a gain of 42% for Phi Sol. And this is something we went over together too on the channel. Bitcoin. I'm just amazed. Another beautiful day on the trading circuit. Unbelievable. And now we wait for, if I'm patient, I wait for the 5-minute. But man, everything continuing from the very beginning of opening the trade on the 1 minute and just cooking. I would have just kept cooking. Isn't that crazy? One trade, one moving average, one time frame. Stop making it so difficult on yourself. You've got it. Anyone in the membership, does it include a copy trade? I don't want you copy trading. I think it's kind of horrible. You're not going to learn anything doing that. Thank you for the TA on Phi Protocol. Made 10K last night when the market opened. On Phi Protocol, it made 10K? Dang. How? That's crazy. Well, hey, man. Unbelievable. It did a nice pump. It did a nice pump. So now you're looking for this consolidation and a pump to the upside. Bit of a right shoulder there. See it? You got your shoulder, you got your head. You're looking for the right shoulder and the move to the upside here for Phi Protocol. It's a very low cap gem here that could actually, we've been looking at it since down here and it's been just producing. Phi Protocol on the radar. $2.5 million market cap. I don't have any, but we've just kind of continuously have gone over it. Thank you, Ivan. Lazaro, Alberto. Thank you for Phi. Legend, do you think CREO USD can reverse MEXC? I don't think anything, so who knows? I know nothing but the fact about my own ignorance, so I don't think. Okay. Let's take a look at CREO Engine. I mean, beautiful pump back to the 200 moving average there on the 4-hour time frame. Let's take a look at the daily. The daily starting to get a reversal too. Showing some signs of life. The first thing you got to do is get above that 4-hour. First thing you got to do is get above the 1-hour 200. You did that. So we're looking for, huge pump there. Wow, that thing's ripping right now. That thing's out of control right now on the small time frames. It's just gone. I don't know what's happening there. That looks really weird. Like, what is that? I've never seen, that's manipulation at its greatest, right? So I don't know what's happening to this thing. It looks weird. You say, could it reverse? I mean, it is reversing, isn't it? Already? Looks like it's stuck, though. I don't know if they're getting the right data here. You might have to look at it live on site. Same thing, though. It looks like it's kind of stuck on all the... I guess it's got a small cap, and it just hit right there. Maybe someone hit an order. I don't know, man. This thing looks really whack to me. I'll look at the bigger picture and forget about where it is right now. It looks... It's doing what it should do to reverse. It's getting above moving averages, but it's been beat to the ground, right? Like, what is it? What does it do? Like, does it have a real use case? Is it a project, or was it a cash grab that just kind of cloaked themselves as something? And now we're seeing that they can't hang. I mean, a lot of the stuff is going to go to crap, I believe. Not everything's going to bounce back, because if it's garbage, it's garbage. Let's be honest, garbage can only float when the market's hot. People can put out garbage, and then people will speculate on it. Once the speculation is gone and your project really doesn't do anything at all, people are just going to sell it and never care about it. So maybe there's a chance. It's got an inverted head and shoulder. Look for it to get above the daily, and hey, maybe, it bounces all the way back up. And it becomes one of the greatest winners of this whole cycle, and I eat my own words. But I'm not buying that thing, I'll tell you that. I'm all set. And I could be completely wrong. I'm all set. No one could question your hustle, Sam. Lifer streams until 3 a.m. giving us his insights. Turns around and is in the Discord at 9 a.m. 99 will not be outworked. Never. What are your thoughts on AVAX, my good sir? Michael Acapitos. AVAX looks hot. I got a setup for it in the trading group. I don't want to give it out, so join the group to find out more. How about that? So I won't be giving AVAX today because it's a group setup that I want to hold. And I know you gave super chats, but it's hot, right? Can we look at JASMY from FamOG? Been a long time since I've looked at the JASMY chart. A few weeks, I believe. Let's take a look. JASMY is a very annoying coin. You hold it forever, it barely moves, right? suspect alt for sure. Something weird about it. I can't place it anymore, but it's going to be those positions I can't wait to sell off. You know, like get rid of that thing. So can it get all the way up there to 03055? That's the key level that we're looking for here for Bitcoin. All right. So JASMY, I mean, just like everything else, if Bitcoin doesn't bounce, it doesn't, but it could be at its perfect accumulation point. I love the coin, so anytime it's red, I believe it's a good price action, but it takes forever. Doing a bit of an Adam and Eve there, though, that could break you to the upside. I'm bullish on the higher low. I like it's in an uptrend. It didn't lose its trend just because Bitcoin slipped, so it's bullish to me. I own the coin, so, you know, I am going to be somewhat more bullishly biased. I own the thing, right? So there you go. Thank you for TN5. God bless you, man. Yep. Shout out to Andrew. Thank you so much for the $4.99. Legend. And we went over. So we went. It looks like I hit every super chat. I did CREO. All right. I went over 5. He just said something nice about me. Thank you. Michael talked about AVAX. I said I got a setup in the group waiting for you. 5. Thoughts on Epic Chain. We went over that. DORA AI by Virtuals. Arbitrum. We went over that. Casper TA. Damas J. Pavi. Ivan Roke. We looked at RECC. We looked at X Super Assassin, Brave, JLit TV, Guillermo, thank you, and Super Assassin again. God bless everybody that gave today on the channel. And wow, this trade looks like it's going to continue to cook. To the upside here, it continue to pump to the target. That thing is flying. Absolutely flying. And it looks like there's going to be more gains here coming for the lifers. Let's take a look at the 5-minute time frame now and chill. So now I can relax, and I have this exact same setup waiting for me on the 5-minute. It'll take longer. Right? But this is exactly, and so I'm going to sit here and wait on this, and when I'm in the group, I'll let you guys know when I take the trade. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for sharing a beautiful 2 hours with me. I can't believe we made it to 12:01 p.m. like we do every single day. It's insane, right? With 1,700 and some odd shows straight kicking. I love you all. I thank you so much for constantly being with me and hanging with the lifer. Today was one of the best shows I've ever had. I never looked at how many people were on the stream. I never had a chance to. I was too busy grinding. Well, let me see. How many people did we hit? It feels like we must have had a lot of people. It was a dip. We came back from the bottoms. Right now, there's 1,400 people. There must have been almost 1,800 concurrent. But God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for the $69 in chat revenue. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. 1,000 likes would be the way to go, baby. I gave multiple free trades and setups and ideas. I even gave you this one right now that's playing out to the upside as well. I mean, what else can I do? I gave you so many ways to trade this with stop losses that never got hit. Move the stop loss to break even. You know, again, I just showed you the proper way to trade with proper risk management, which I don't see on the internet much at all anymore. God bless everybody. If you want to trade where I trade, we have links to every exchange here in the pinned comments. We make it very simple and easy to find here right at the top. I can't wait to see you in the trading group. It's time you change your life. Remember, the secret to success. You know what it is, right? It's getting started. You're not going to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. Every person that did something amazing with their life started. They just started. Michael Phelps started swimming one day. Tom Brady started throwing a football. The rest became legacy. The rest became legendary. You can too. You can, you will, you are the best. God bless you. Thank you so much for everything you've given me in this life and beyond. God bless you all. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow and in the group. I do this when I'm in a really good mood. Someone asked about Bio Protocol. I already kind of skipped out of here, man. It was the end of the show. We were on our way out. Perfect music, perfect outro. Everything was hit. But you want Bio Protocol? Bio Protocol. Let's take a look. Real quick for you, all right? Because I'm that type of guy. Remember me. Remember me when for doing this. So the 4 hours above the 200 moving average, no streamer does this either. So anyway, who cares? I'm doing it. God bless you if you're reading this. Thank you. I mean, the 1 hour was in a flag just now, and it broke out. And it's above the 200 touch of the 21, which is my signal. Bang. And then we got right here to 18. Looks like the measured move, but you got to be able to get there. So now you got to watch the smaller time frames, the 5 minute, and you got to catch back. So I would be flagging out the 5 for a catch of the 21. And then you got to take a look at your 1 and how far you're getting from the 21, because eventually that's going to have to come down too. So I don't know what's going to happen, but it definitely looks like you'll have to find some type of flag on the smaller time frame here if you're going to continue to pump at one point. All right. All right, everybody, I'm out of here. God bless you all. Thank you so much for the day. And you know what the secret to success is, right? It's getting started.